Hi guys, it's Lars. The other day I received an email saying, hey Lars, we have this new little effect pedal. It's called the BASSTARD by Thorn Soundlabs. And we know you have a thing for rock music, so we think you may really like this one. Now, I don't really know much about the company. They're from Nashville, Tennessee, the city of music, obviously. They're an independent boutique effect pedal company. And, I just checked it out. I didn't really know too much about the pedal. So let's check it out together, shall we? So first things first, the pedal looks pretty cool, I have to say. Let me run you through those knobs, okay? So first of all, we have the gain knob, obviously. This is your input gain. Then we have a knob, they call it damping. And what I found out is if it's set to 0, this is pretty much the full amount of bass. And the more you put it to the right, like this, the less bass you have. Moving on, we have the headroom knob. This is basically to adjust the amount of overdrive. Then we have the volume knob, okay, overall volume. Moving on, we have a 3-band EQ consisting of a knob for bass, mid, and treble. And what's really interesting is the mid section here. So we have this little slider here where you can choose from either 200, 400 or 800 hertz or 1.6 kilohertz, right? And once you have decided on the frequency, you're gonna use this mid part here in order to adjust the amount of mid frequencies according to your liking. Treble, I've already mentioned this. And last but not least, we have a blend knob, which is basically a wet-dry signal mixer. We also have the symmetry and the class switcher, and I don't want to dive too deeply into the theory behind those, but think of them as presets, sound presets. You're either gonna use this or this setting. Last but not least, we have a foot switch to turn the thing on and off. Now on the back of the pedal we have 2 jacks. First one is for input, the second one is for output, and of course there's a jack for the power supply. And that's just about it, really. Now I didn't have too much time yet to work with the pedal, but what I did understand is that all those knobs are basically very intuitive. So there's a user's manual, but chances are you're not even gonna use that, okay? So let me run you through those knobs, okay? So this is my trusted Sadowski Will Lee bass, okay? And I'm just gonna switch this thing on. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, as you can see, I have the blend pot at full blast, which means I have the full wet signal, okay? Gain is pretty much in the middle. Let's check out this damping pot, okay? So this definitely has something to do with the amount of bass frequencies, right? There's a lot of bass in the 0 position. And as I turn this thing up, it's sort of like taming the low frequencies. So this might become very useful a little later on. Let's check out the headroom knob, okay? Which adjusts the amount of overdrive. Woohoo! That's a lot of overdrive, actually. Okay, let's see if I can tame that by putting the blend knob to the middle position, maybe. Aha. That's pretty cool. What about the 3-band EQ? Let's check those pots out. That's a lot of bass. Wow. How about treble? Here's treble. Wow. And now the midsection. Okay, let me run you through those frequency bands. Okay. Full to the left, and I'm gonna give the mid frequencies full blast. This is 200 Hertz, by the way. This is 400. This is 800. And 1.6 kilohertz. Oh, there's some serious barking going on. And like I said, this is with the mid knob at full blast, right? So let me step you through those frequencies once again, because it's what's making this pedal very, very flexible, okay? This is very, very impressive, and it's really turning this BASSTARD into a super flexible bass overdrive. Okay, let's check out this symmetry switch. Oh yeah. So setting the switch to the right actually gives you a little bit of extra boost of the overdrive signal. So let's check out this class switch, okay? This is the class switch to the left. And this is the class switch to the right. So I don't really know. It's very, very subtle, this one here, but I have a feeling there's a little bit more of treble going on. I'm not too sure. This is very, very subtle, but the other switches and knobs are very, very effective. So next up, I'm going to look for different settings which make sense in my opinion and show them to you. Okay, let's check it out. I'm going to start out with a setting which is rather subtle, you know, pretty much like a tube amp, which is not driven too hard. Okay, and what I've done here is I have the gain knob at, I would say, probably 15%. Damping is almost in the middle. Headroom is all the way down, actually. I have bass, mid, and treble at about 1 o'clock, something like that. I have 800 Hertz on, and the blend knob is at 80%. And this is what that sounds like. Nasty. So here's that same setting played with fingers. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, for my next playing example, I have gain, damping, and headroom. All three of them at 9 o'clock. I have bass at full blast. There's no mids and no treble. Okay, symmetry is on the left and class is on the right side. Here we go. Very fat pumping finger sound. All right, people. Next up, I have gain at 2 o'clock. I have damping at 9 o'clock. Headroom is at noon. And I have all three knobs of the 3-band EQ at 2 o'clock. And I have chosen 800 Hertz for my mid frequencies. All right, let's make Lemmy proud with this one, okay? I have gain at 9 o'clock, damping is at noon, headroom is at full blast, and I have bass at 2 o'clock, mid at 3 o'clock, and treble at 3 o'clock. And I also have symmetry on the right position. Oh, basically, let's start out in the left position and hear what that sounds like. Okay, and here's symmetry on the right side. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna really take it to the extremes. I have gain at full blast, damping is at noon, headroom at full blast, bass is at 1 o'clock, full blast on the mids with 1.6 kilohertz, and I have treble at 9 o'clock, and blend is full on as well. And symmetry is on as well. Now, how's that? Okay, people, as you can see, I have now switched to a fretless bass because I think the BASSTARD is a nice little tool to add a little bit of tube amp-ish kind of compression and also add a lot of character, okay? So this is the dry signal of the fretless bass. Sounding pretty good straight away because it's a nice little bass. And now with the BASSTARD. So yeah, it's a nice little tool, adds a lot of character. It's not only an overdrive pedal for you metalheads out there, I really like it for fretless as well. And there you have it, people. The BASSTARD by Thorn Soundlabs from Nashville, USA. Beautiful, beautiful, highly flexible bass overdrive pedal, totally honoring the natural sound of your instrument while adding beautiful colors of any given kind. I'm really in love with this one. You should definitely check it out. I believe those guys are out there on the internet. I think it's thorn-soundlabs.com, something like that. I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, that's it from me for today. I'm Lars, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.